doesn't matter. You wear your ID, your face is you, and everything you do.
Greetings. Welcome to episode 78. This is Container 31, part 2. I still have many games in front of me, so let's see if we can get through 25 or so. See what we got. We have F1, Formula 1. One or two players, and it's a gear-to-gear cable game. Gear-to-gear cable hookup. I'm just going to grab, as they're in front of me, I'm just going to grab them. Echo the Dolphin. Complete inbox, one player. Use sonar to reveal unmarked passages through the briny mazes. Get valuable help from secretive glyphs. Discover vital air in hidden caves. Remarkable. We have NBA Jam by Arena and Midway. I remember this in the arcade being very popular because you could go up for a slam dunk from like way far out and you fly super high in the air and the ball lights on fire and you smash it, and it had commentary remarks. I forget who the guy was that coined the frames, like boom shakalaka, oh my, rejected, kaboom, he's on fire. I forgot what that guy's name was, but anytime he narrated a game, those phrases, those catchphrases came out that were unique to him. We have NBA Action starring David Robinson, and it has a dent, a crease, a smush in the front of the box. It's a Sega sports game. One or two players, gear-to-gear cable hookup. Pretty sweet. You can play basketball with your friend. With or against, however you want to say it. We have Arcade Classics. I had a complete inbox copy of this in the last episode, in episode 77, part 1. This one is just that. The one that I showed you last episode had a blemish on the front of the box, like someone had torn a price tag off and tore the box. This one is solid and good to go. These aren't very exciting games, but I need to go through them if I'm going to go through this container. Taz in Escape from Mars. One player. I don't know if you can hear that, but my hand shaking is making the game shake in the box. That's crazy. I need less caffeine in my diet. We have Alien 3 by Arena Entertainment, and this box looks like it had something heavy pushed down on top of it, so it's got a crease along the back and partially on the front. Not in this container, not something that I did. This is just how I got it, because I'm very careful. I have been and was and continue to be very careful about how I pack containers, so I'm not putting heavy things on top of things that are fragile, like cardboard game boxes, because I know how easily they dent and crease. Okay, we have a duplicate. This one is in better condition. Again, NBA Action starring David Robinson, a Sega sports game. All 2017s, over 300 players. I know I just showed you that, but this one is in better shape. The box is in better shape. 1 or 2 players, gear-to-gear cable hookup. I spent a lot of time cutting out bubble wrap and wrapping these in bubble wrap. We have a sealed copy of Andre Agassi Tennis by Tech Magic. 1 player. So I guess you can only play as Andre. Or maybe you have to play as a normal player and build up your stats to get to the point where you can play him. I don't know. Never played it, but I got it. Which can be said about a lot of my games. I got it, but I've never played it. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. 1 or 2 players. Looks just like columns from the back of the box. The screen grabs look like a version of columns, probably just with a different theme. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look. This is a receipt from March 17, 2007. And it is for the game Batter Up. And it was for $8.99. That was before they charged tax on everything. This was sold out of New Jersey, and tax is 0, which is great. Shipping was $6.13, so I paid $15.12 for Batter Up. But I'm not seeing Batter Up. But what I am seeing is US Gold presents Star Wars 4 meg. More memory means more action. 4 meg. And I'm going to behave like a skipped record because the one that was underneath that one is a really good condition, Star Wars. That's interesting. The camera does not want to focus clearly on the cover of this game. Huh. Well, we tried twice. Let's try 3 times. This box is a little battered, a little beat up, but it's Star Wars again. There, look at that. Something about this one it liked. Took 3 tries, but we got one to focus. So 3 copies, complete in-box of Star Wars. And this is a fun game. I've played this. I'm a Star Wars fan. I also collect vintage Star Wars figures. So when I remember way back when I got Star Wars for Game Gear, I played it and I was like, this is a pretty damn fun game. I didn't know really what to expect because I had seen many different Star Wars games on many different systems, and Super Star Wars and Super Empire Strikes Back and Super Return of the Jedi on that one other company's system was really good, and I liked playing it. My friend had that system in the game, so then when I got the one for Game Gear, I was like, this is equally as fun for me, in my opinion. We have a sealed copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Shrink wrapped to perfection. And it goes straight for the jugular in every terrifying level. Let's see. Oh, we have a... I did not know that I had this. Another one of these. This is a prototype box for NBA Jam Tournament Edition. And I know that it is because the front is normal, but the back is unfinished. It's just left black. They had not yet gone in and put in screen grabs and descriptions and narratives and all that. So, and this one's in good shape. So, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, and the back with the glare is unfinished. So this was put out probably to game shops so that it could sit on the shelf like this and get people excited about the fact that this game was coming out for Game Gear. And then further along in production, they would send out the complete box that would have the screen grabs, which to me doesn't make sense. I would think if you're going to put out a prototype box or an early release box, you're going to want pictures of the gameplay so that people seeing it can not only get excited about the game title they might recognize from the arcade, but they can be like, oh my god, the graphics look amazing. Not just like, oh my god, they're making it for the Sega Game Gear, but what is the game going to look like? Just my opinion, my viewpoint. We have Krusty's Funhouse featuring The Simpsons by Flying Edge. It is a one-player game. They make quite a few Simpsons games, but I'm partial to this game, Krusty's Funhouse, and the Itchy and Scratchy game. I'm partial to those. I've played both. I've played them all. The Simpsons games I've given all at least a chance, a shot. 5 or 10 minutes of play. And settled on Krusty and Itchy and Scratchy. Desert Speed Trap, starring Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. And this game, the box is in super mint condition. 12 stages of caves, sand, and ice, plus hard-to-find tunnels and secret rooms packed with bonus goodies. One player. Maybe you get a chance to play as both characters. Maybe you're just Wile E. Coyote trying to chase down the Roadrunner. I don't know. But this is one that's in super good condition, which I'm always pleased to see in my collection. Oh, well, packing tape ate that bubble wrap. We have US Gold presents Journey from Darkness, Strider Returns. I think this is just also known as Strider 2 on other systems. But for the Game Gear, it's Strider Returns. One player. 5 ferocious levels. That's all you need to read in the store. 5? A total of 5? That'll take me 6 hours to beat. We have FIFA International Soccer by EA Sports. One-player game. Over 40 international teams. Lightning fast gameplay. Incredible new player animations. I remember this game being very prominent on eBay for a while. It seemed like there was so many copies available of this game. Let's see. Looking for something. We have Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing. He's got 3 championship belts hanging on him. I don't know anything really much about boxing, so he must have been in his prime when he had 3 belts and got his own game. I think that would be quite the benchmark in a career, that you could go to the store and buy a game of yourself doing a sport so well that you earned your own game. I think that would be pretty crazy. Mine would be segagamegeargod, the hoarding champion of Sega Game Gear things. And the whole game would be me going around buying and trading and picking up Sega Game Gear items and then bringing them back to a storage locker and putting them in totes and then journeying back out to find more until the whole storage locker was filled, and then renting another storage locker. The game would be amazing. The Incredible Crash Dummies. Buckle Up for Safety by Flying Edge. 1 or 2 player. This is a game that has several mini games in it. I have played this, and the mini games are kind of silly and simple. I think they could have gone in a different direction with the gameplay and the storyline, but that's just me. I had higher expectations for the game, so when I played it, I was just kind of like, they kind of went easy on this one. We have Bust a Move. The popular puzzler will have you busting for more. 1 or 2 players, gear-to-gear cable hookup. Kids to adults. I remember seeing this at Toys R Us with the big orange sticker marking it down. And I think somewhere in my collection I have 1 or 2 that I had bought. They were brand new, obviously, at the store, but they were on super closeout, and this must have been a game that was at the tail end of that. Because they seem to, all the Toys R Us that I went to seem to have that game. That and Sonic 2. And Caesar's Palace. Those seem to be like the 3 games. And the non-Majesco related, nothing, that was way before Majesco got involved and released games in a system, the inferior system and all that. We have Arch Rivals, the arcade game, A Real Basket Brawl by Flying Edge. 1 or 2 players. No fouls, steal the ball and your opponent's shorts. They have a picture of a referee, says, you won't be needing this guy. I guess you can beat the crap out of your opponent while playing basketball. We have complete in the box Double Dragon. Mess with the best, die like the rest. That's quite the statement. You're going to die like the rest. And it says, that's the motto of the Dragon Lords. The Dragon Lords must be the bad guys in this game. And then the 2 good guys have to kick ass. Have to come through and clear house. This one's wrapped kind of weird. Oh, I guess I did wrap a little extra. It's a sealed copy of Casino Fun Pack. This game I chased for a while, trying to find a complete in box, and I guess I finally got lucky and got one sealed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. There's still a pile of games, man. So, I will stop there at 25 games. Once I get done editing it all together, the episode length is pretty decent. It's not too long. It's not too short. It's kind of just right. So I think the next episode, 79, will still be container 31, part 3. And I think I'll be able to do another 25 games. And then there are boxes in here, unmarked boxes, cardboard boxes. So we will venture into those possibly in the next episode, part 3, or maybe it'll stretch out to a part 4. We have to wait and see. So thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do. If you like watching my videos, please give me a thumbs up. That's always cool to see. And I will see you in 1 week, next Friday at 12 p.m. That's when I always have my videos premiere, is at 12 p.m. on Friday. So until then, please be well.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.